Hey everybody, it's Gabe from Detailing Growth. Today I wanted to take some information and helpful knowledge that I imparted on one of our clients. So this is what we call one of our mini casts. So this mini cast has just some content pulled out of a Zoom call that we had with a client, and we were giving them some information that was going to help them along in their business. In this particular mini cast, this particular client, who is a really cool guy, is bringing on his wife to help with the business and help answer the phone. So we wanted to make sure that they weren't just picking up the phone and handing out prices and then just hang up, right? We wanted to make sure that we drove home how much of a negative it was for them and how it was better to ask questions for somebody who's new to answer the phone and then pass them off to somebody and have the other person do the closing rather than pick up the phone, hand the price out, and then hang it up. So feel free to leave a comment down below, like, subscribe, let me know what you think. If you found it helpful, share it with some friends of yours, share it on Facebook and the various groups that we're in. We just want to try and help put some knowledge out there that's helpful for people, okay? So thanks for watching. I appreciate you.
Someone calls, like a lead calls in, I answer the phones.
It's Jessica at Ceramic Pro Melbourne. How can I help
Mhm.
you? Person says, I just wanted to get a quote on a Tesla Model 3 full front, right? So what's the next step from there in the process?
Yeah, I ask them their vehicle and I give them prices.
What you need to know is that if we just give the price, that takes away all of our value power. And this is a mistake I see a lot of shops make. And they think that just getting somebody to answer the phone and hand prices out over the phone is the way to go. This whole process is a consult type of business. Giving prices over the phone is one thing, but you can't just let the customer call and ask for a price without dictating the conversation, right? Without asking qualifying questions. Giving prices over the phone is definitely easy, but it doesn't, the only thing that does is let you set up to be commoditized. The process in which you give people pricing and how you do that definitely needs to be a little more refined. Jessica, you'll probably have to ask a few questions. Something like, I can absolutely get you a price for that. We typically like to ask a few questions about the vehicle and what you're going to be doing with it, and then we can move into giving you some suggestions and price quotes, right? When do you pick up the car? If they already have it or they don't. Have you taken delivery? Okay, great. What color did you get? And they say black. You say, oh, there's nothing better than a black car when it's clean, right? You get a chance, you find a reason to connect with them, right? That gives you an opportunity to create personal connection, which builds trust. And it doesn't necessarily need to be super in-depth questions, but these are absolutely questions that you should be able to you could read questions off of the list. And you don't need to read them word for word, but you need to touch on each point. Is it a daily driver? Is it just an extra vehicle or a toy? What kind of mileage are you going to be putting on it every day? Are you going to be keeping it in a garage, right? These are all types of easy questions for you that somebody that's a little green in the industry will be able to ask. If the client's engaged with you and they're talking and going back and forth and the vibe feels good, that's when you switch off to say, okay, I'm going to have Adam give you a call if you're not available. Say, I'm going to have Adam. He's our owner operator. That's what we do. Chelsea's like, I'm going to have Gabe, our owner operator, give you a call and he'll go over some pricing options with you. So, and then Chelsea usually leads into, when's the best time to get a hold of you? And typically anybody who's worth their salt and who is a potential is going to be willing to be okay with that. And if they bark at you and just say, you can't give me a price now, because you're going to get a few that are ignorant. It's going to happen. You can fall back on, I totally understand. We provide a super professional level of service here, and along with our quality and our customer service approach is a little different than everybody else's. But I promise you that it's worth it, right? Lean on the fact that you've got an established process. Now you have a chance to connect Adam with that person, and you can come through and then really gauge and sell them, right? So we want to stay away from quoting prices just over the phone without qualifying. Because if we just quote the price and hang up and they say, oh, wow, okay, thanks, that we've done no value building. We've done no rapport building. We have no trust center established. All we do is commoditize ourselves and set us up for failure. Does all this make sense so far?
Oh yeah.
So that's really important. If need be, we can set up like a lead form inside of GridSuite. So you can create a bookmark on your toolbar, like in Google Chrome or whatever computer you're using. And then you can type this information out and then hit submit, and then it adds it to the lead board. Right? So that might be something useful that we can do for you. So that way you've just kind of, you have a list of things that you can do and that you'll be able to use, and you don't need to worry about chasing paper. You can put it all on a computer, and then bam, then it's a lead on the board, and you know you got to do your job, Adam.
Yep.
How does this sound like a better plan than just answering the phone with the price and then hanging up?